Hello, class 7th students. Today we are going to start the new chapter of geography, that is Inside Our Earth. So, this chapter is all about that what is consist in our earth. As you see many fruits that have different things inside the cover, like the watermelon, the banana, orange. Okay, so means that these fruits are having, means the in under the cover having different types of things. So like this, in our earth we have different layers. In class 6 that you have already learned about the three layers of the earth, that is the lithosphere, hydrosphere and the atmosphere. So what is lithosphere? The hard surface of the earth, that is called the lithosphere. Hydrosphere, the water area of the earth, means the lakes, ponds, rivers, etc. And the atmosphere, the gaseous area above the earth, that is called the atmosphere. Atmosphere is also called the blanket of the earth. This you have already learned in the class 6th. Now what? The earth, our homeland, is a dynamic planet. Why it is dynamic planet earth? Because earth provides us situations to live. Moon, Mars, means the other planets do not provide such situation to us, but the earth provide us different things, different resources, so that we can survive or we can live on the earth planet. It is constantly undergoing changes inside and outside, means our earth always goes on the changes, okay, inside the earth and the outside the earth. Have you ever wondered what lies in the interior of the earth? Means that have you ever think that what is inside the earth? So what is the earth made up of? Here the question is, what is the earth made up of? So first we discussed about the interior of the earth. So just like an onion, the earth is made up of several concentric layers with one side inside another. As you see the onion, when we peel out the onion, what happened? One layer, another layer, then another layer. So like this, earth is also the same. The uppermost layer over the earth's surface is called crust. Okay, the uppermost layer of the earth surface is called the crust. Means this uppermost layer is what it is called the earth. It is about 35 kilometer. How many kilometer? 35 kilometer. And the continental masses, that is 35 kilometer, and the only 5 kilometer the ocean floors. Means that the crust is divided into two parts, that is the continental crust and the oceanic crust. Now the main minerals constituents of the continental mass are silica and alumina. Means continental crust made up of two things, that is silica and alumina. Both combine what it is called sial. What it is called sial. The oceanic crust mainly consists of silica and magnesium, and it is what called sima. Means two things. One, that continental crust made up of silica and alumina, that is called the sial. And second one, what? That is consist of oceanic crust, that is consist of silica and magnesium, and it is called sima. Okay, then the mantle is extend up to a depth of 2900 kilometer below the crust. This is the mantle, and this is the core, innermost layer of the earth, that is the core. Here some do you know is here, that the deepest mine, that do you know, the deepest mine in the world is in South Africa. Where it is? South Africa. It is about 4 kilometer deep. In search of oil, engineers have dug a hole about 6 kilometer deep. To reach the center of the earth, which is not possible, you will have to dig a hole of 6,000 kilometer deep on the ocean floor. 6,000 kilometer. Here you can see that it is the continental crust. This is the continent, ocean, and the oceanic crust. Okay. Now here the innermost layer is the core. Innermost layer is the core, with a radius of about 3,500 kilometer, and it is made up of what? That is nickel and iron, and it is called the knife. Okay. The central core has very high temperature and pressure. Central core has very high temperature and pressure. Now that we come to the topic, that rocks and minerals. Here it is very interesting, that do you know, the crust forms only 1% of the volume of the earth. 84% consists of the mantle and 15% makes the core. The radius of the earth is 6,371 kilometer. Okay. Now what, before talking about the rocks and minerals, we know some words, that what is igneous, that Latin word ignis means fire. Ignis means fire. Sedimentary, Latin word, that is sedimentum, meaning settle down. Okay. And the metamorphic, Greek word metamorphos, meaning change of form. Okay. And here is one more term, that is the glossary, that is fossils. So what that? The remains of the dead plants and animals trapped in the layers of rocks are called fossils. Now rocks and minerals. The earth crust is made up of various types of rocks. The earth crust is made up of various types of rocks. Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth crust is called a rock. Means the any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth crust, means the natural mass having the minerals that made the earth crust, that is called a rock. And rocks can be of different color, size and texture. Now what are the main types of rocks? So igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and the metamorphic rocks. Now you understand very carefully. Here we read that igneous means fire. So it means here igneous rocks means something that is made up of fire. Now how the igneous rock made, we study in this paragraph. When the molten magma cools, it becomes solid. Rocks thus formed are called igneous rocks. They are also called primary rocks. There are two types of igneous rocks: intrusive rocks and extrusive rocks. Now you hear about the volcano. What is volcano? In volcano is that when means the huge temperature inside the earth, and what happened, that the high pressure, because of the high pressure, the volcano, means the magma, comes out from the earth, and what it spreads here and there, like you fill the cold drink, no, you can, when you open the bottle of the cold drink, first you shake the cold drink bottle, and you suddenly open the cap of the bottle of cold drink, and then what happened, the gas of cold drink came out and flourish here and there. Okay, so what happened, that like because of the pressure created inside the bottle, so that came out with the pressure, like this, when molten magma came out and cooled down, then it becomes solid, and the igneous rocks are formed. Here, can you imagine lava coming out from the volcanoes? Lava is actually fairy red molten magma coming out from the interior of the earth on its surface. Okay, when this molten lava comes out of the earth's surface, it rapidly cool down and become solid. Rocks formed in such a way on the crust are called the extrusive igneous rocks. Okay, when the red molten magma came out from the interior of the earth, and what happened, it cooled down, become solid in such a way that extrusive igneous rocks are formed. They have a very fine granite structure. For example, what is the example? That is the basalt. The Deccan Plateau is made up of basalt rocks. Sometimes what happened, that the molten magma cooled down deep inside, means in the inside of the earth the molten magma cooled down. Solid rocks so formed are called the intrusive igneous rocks. Okay, and granite is the example of such rock. Now, grinding stones used to prepare paste, powder of spices, and grains are made up of granite. Now, rocks roll down. Okay, you see in the movies, pictures, that the rocks are cut into the pieces, means by the earthquake or by some natural process, rocks are breaked and rolled down and crack and hit each other and broken down into small fragment means the pieces. These small particles are called sediments. Smaller particles of the rocks that are called the sediments. These sediments are transported and deposited by wind, water, etc. These loose layers of rocks, these loose sediments are compressed and hardened to form layers of rocks. These types of rocks are called sediment rock. When these sediments, like you see here, means there are few sediments, means by the layer, okay, they are deposited at one place. Okay, so what it become? The sedimentary rock. For example, sandstone is made up of grains of sand. These rocks also contain fossils of plants, animals, microorganisms that once lived on them. Igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into metamorphic rocks. Igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into metamorphic rocks under great heat and pressure. For example, clay changes into slate and limestone into marble. Now here, rocks are useful to us. How the rocks are useful to us? First we discuss this. The hard rocks are used for making the roads, houses and buildings. You use stones in many games. For example, Pittu, that is hopscotch, tapu. Okay, you all played that. 5 stones. Find out some more such games by asking your grandparents, okay, and parents and the relatives that how do they play with the stones. Now here it is what? Here it is the rock cycle. Okay. Here it is the rock cycle. What is a rock cycle? First we discussed that the magma. From the volcano, magma came out and what happened? Cool down. After it become the igneous rock. When it become the igneous rock, then rocks roll down, crack, and what? It become the sediments. And after that, what happened? It become the, when layer by layer settle down, it become the sedimentary rock. And after that, because of the change in the pressure and temperature, it become the metamorphic rock, and from metamorphic to again the magma. Here the process of transformation of the rock from one another is known as rock cycle. You have already learned when the molten magma cools, it solidifies to become igneous rock. Okay. After that, igneous rock are broken down into small particles and that are transported and deposited to form the sedimentary rocks. After that, when igneous and sedimentary rocks are subjected, means having the heat and pressure, it change into the metamorphic rock. The metamorphic rock which are still under heat and pressure, means the metamorphic rock which are under heat and pressure, melt down and again what? Form the magma. So this molten magma again can cool down and again what happened? That it become the igneous rock. Okay. Now next thing, that rocks are made up of different minerals. We learned that rocks are made up of different minerals. So what are the minerals? Minerals are natural occurring substance which have certain physical properties and definite chemical composition. Means minerals are the natural occurring substance that are occurred naturally, and what happened that they have the physical properties and the definite chemical composition. Minerals are very important to us. Some are used as fuels, that coal, natural gas, okay, and the petroleum, and they are used in the industries: iron, aluminium, gold, uranium, etc., medicines, fertilizers. Okay, so this is the chapter about the inside our earth. Okay, so I hope that you all will understand. Thank you.